Foreign visitors to India are often shocked by the condition of India's ancient heritage sites. Even the famous places that earn the government a major revenue from tourism can be seen defaced with cheesy graffiti that loudly proclaims Raju's love for Pinky. Concerned Indian citizens notice all this, discuss these things in their drawing rooms, and then go about their business as usual. I'm not blaming them. That's the natural course of action for anyone who feels bad about something that is superficially undesirable but has no impact whatsoever on their life. But I want to shatter some assumptions here and bring out facts that clearly demonstrate that our apathy to India's cultural heritage comes at a severe cost to our own well-being. I am a filmmaker who is interested in showcasing Indian stories for the international audiences, where Indian civilization is presented in a positive light as opposed to the poverty porn that is shown in most international projects about India. When I am not busy working on a project, my job is to be sensitive to the untold stories from the world around us. Stories that are too grim or complicated to be dumbed down and broadcast as sensational news on 24/7 news channels. Some years back, I read the news of the theft of an ancient temple murti from a town in southern India. It was published on the 5th page of a local English daily. The news item printed in the very next column was about a minor bus accident that caused an hour-long traffic jam in the same town. This got my goat. The media was subconsciously thinking of the two news items as equally inconsequential. I had to do something about it, and that something turned out to be, after 12 months of research, travel and interviews, a documentary film called Blood Buddhas. I worked on the film, and the film worked on me. On the one hand, I came to know about crooks like Subhash Kapoor, who ran a transnational smuggling racket that involved stealing priceless Indian art from temples and other places in India and selling them to dealers in the West. When the racket was busted, a single raid nabbed $106 million worth of antiquities from a single dealer in the United States. That is equivalent to 650 crores INR from just one of his numerous accomplices. On the other hand, I had the fortune of getting acquainted with the folks at India Pride Project, who have done a scintillating job in identifying, tracking, and bringing back India's stolen heritage. But the sad reality is, whatever has been achieved so far is not even the tip of the iceberg. The Indian government has no official data that accounts for the ongoing loss of heritage through theft and smuggling, but a UNESCO report published in 1989 estimated that we have lost about 10,000 artifacts post-independence. According to some experts, till date, India has lost antiquities worth $10 billion or 70,000 crores in Indian rupees. That's a staggering amount of illegal money that funds illegal activities, including terrorism. According to UNESCO, illegal trade of antiquities directly funds terrorist organizations like ISIS, and back home in India, it funds terrorism in Kashmir. To put it bluntly, the money generated from the theft of idols is put back to fund movements that call for destruction of idols. Now, of the 10,000 antique pieces from India identified by the UN, the India Pride Project has identified about 190 artifacts lying in galleries and museums in different parts of the world. Of these 190, only 31 has been brought back to India from US, Canada, Germany and Australia since 2014. But most unfortunately, not one of these murtis have found its way back to its original home, the temple from which it was stolen. This is a problem at multiple levels. 1. The way these heritage items are handled by ignorant government servants is shocking, to say the least. During my visit to the ASI godown in Purana Killa, Delhi, I found sculptures worth thousands, if not millions of dollars lying around carelessly on the ground, waiting for an accident to happen. Second, and more importantly, it makes no sense to dump this priceless heritage in godowns or put it up for display in museums, because for the people of India, these murtis are living deities. When a murti is stolen from a temple, the temple is rendered as good as dead because the owner of the house is gone. Other than the deeply religious sentiments of the community getting hurt, the economy around the temple also gets disrupted as the footfall to the temple drastically declines. What it does to the financial stability of the local flower sellers, guides, eateries, etc. is a no-brainer. Let me conclude with a request. If you happen to know of an ancient temple or murti near you, please photograph it and get it measured. You never know, your small act may help in its identification and retrieval if it is stolen someday. And now, before I go, a comment on the moral aspect of the problem. While there is an ongoing smuggling racket that we must deal with, it is important to direct our gaze to the biggest ever plunder of Indian heritage, European colonialism. There are hundreds of artifacts displayed in various museums in Western Europe, more so in Britain. Our gods and goddesses, more precious to us than the Kohinoor, have been kept in illegal custody for over a century. It is time we question our own apathy towards our heritage and get back what rightfully belongs to us. Let us bring our gods back home. This is Nikhil Singh Rajput for Upword.